This was genuinely historic and absurd as a mixed bag overall of a game from the Padres has fans very happy for some reasons and very concerned for other reasons. Let's talk about it. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Padres Digest with your host, Andrew. Today we have another video where I wish I could stay more positive, but the Padres don't give me a lot of things to stay positive about these days. But obviously, history happened today, and we'll talk about it. Before we do, though, stick around to the end of the video because we do have some post-game fan reactions where I get you guys, the fans, involved. Post on Twitter, post on the subreddit. Maybe you'll be featured on our channel. And as always, please, 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 subscribe. Okay, today is a day. We're going to talk about it. We'll try to digest this as much as I can, or you can, me give to you. Whatever. Let's have our AJ Cassavell recap. Final Diamondback 6, Padres 3. Manny Machado notched his 2,000th hit and then added his 357th home run. Yu Darvish made his long-awaited return to the mound, and on a night with some fun storylines at Petco Park, the Padres fell out of a playoff position with a loss to the division rival. But yay. One of those days. Let's talk about today's lineup real quick, and then we'll get into everything. Darvish with a fine return. Nothing crazy good, but a fine return for the first time in, like, I wouldn't say a year. Not a year, but, like, over 6 months. We'll say that. Manny, 2,000 hits, but offense, And how bad is the bottom of the lineup? We've talked about it a lot before, but just how bad are they? Hello, Machado. We'll talk about you in just a second. But, yeah, I mean, today was definitely a winnable game, hurt by some not great at-bats is a nice way to say it. But like I said, we'll talk about Darvish real quick. Darvish return is done after 3 2/3 innings and 63 pitches. He was always on a limited pitch count tonight. Darvish struck out 5 and allowed 2 runs, 3 hits, and 3 walks. So yeah, I mean, out of all the pitcher starts we've had this season, this was a very fine mix. He did get the loss for today, but I mean, his objective was not get hurt and eat some pitches, get some pitches under his belt. 3 walks wasn't the greatest, especially because Darvish isn't much of a walker. But some of those pitches he was kind of squeezed by the umpire. So again, A, it's his first time back, and B, we'll cut him some slack. But it was a pretty exciting day overall to see Darvish come back and pitch. The bullpen itself didn't do a great job of backing him up. I mean, Matsui has looked like an on and off bag recently. His ERA is ballooned because of some horrible starts. Brian Hoeing didn't allow any runs, but 2 hits. Again, he's making his way back. Wandy Peralta, I know everyone's going to crap on Wandy Peralta, but, like, he has pitched good recently. It's just today was not one of those days. And I'm saying that as a Wandy Peralta not fan. And then Nunez had some good things, had some bad things, but, I mean, no one scored, so we'll take that. That's basically a quick pitching recap from today. But let's talk about Manny Machado. Or actually, let me show you this first, and then we'll talk about Manny Machado. Fastball velocity and breaking ball shapes look great, but a lot of well-timed swings and easy takes. Likely a bit of work to do on disguising pitches, but really encouraging overall. I'm going to be honest, I'm not entirely sure if they were talking about Darvish when they said this. I just assumed. So, if it's not, I'm so sorry. But let's talk about this. Machado is the 6th player to reach 2,000 hits as a Padre and the first since Mike Piazza in 2006. Also, Gwynn, Templeton, Nettles, Garvey, you may recall Ian Kinsler reached 1,999 and landed on the IL for herniated disc that would subsequently prompt his retirement. I do remember that. But yeah, a lot of legends there. So Machado is being added on to that. I also saw that Machado made it to 2,000 88 days sooner than Tony Gwynn did to 2,000. I don't have that picture because I had too many pictures today, but I thought I would show you that. Active players with 2,000 career hits: Machado, Freeman, Altuve, McCutchen, and Goldsmith. I like 2 of those players on that list. I'll let you guess who's who. And then finally, players with 2,000 hits and 350 homers by the end of their age 32 season: Hank Aaron, Jimmy Fox, Lou Gehrig, Ken Griffey Jr., Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays, Mel Ott, Frank Robinson, Miguel Cabrera, Albert Pujols, Alex Rodriguez, and as of today, Manny Machado. Quite a list. And something you might also recognize about that, I'm pretty sure all of them are Hall of Famers. I'm not sure about all of them, but I'm pretty sure all of them are. Please yell at me if I'm wrong. Well, no, Alex Rodriguez isn't because man did some needle enhancements. Let's put it that way. But yeah, does he deserve it? I don't know. Anyways, let's see what else we got. I did that one too. Okay, but yeah, that's Machado. But offensively, for the rest of the game, I'm a little crazy today. You know how I am. Offensively, there were some good things and there were some bad things. First of all, Tatis, a fine game, nothing like insane. 2 walks, the hit, the run, the RBI. So like, we'll take that. Jackson Merrill needs to like genuinely figure it out. Like at this point, like we're giving him so much leeway, and it's not the fact that he's not getting hits and like not getting on base. It's the fact that it's the same exact pitch in the same exact location that keeps getting him. And you saw his first bat where he knew he screwed up and tried to hold his swing. I don't know what he needs to do. I mean, I have an idea of what he needs to do, but why isn't he doing it? Genuinely, get into a batting cage, set that pitch machine to like high fastballs, look where it is, do it like 1,000 times, and learn. I know obviously it's a much harder facing a real pitcher than it is a pitching machine, but it's not so much the skill, it's more of the identifying that kind of pitch. You know what I mean? But yeah, we've talked about Merrill a lot recently, but he genuinely needs to like chill. And also, that almost home run, that must have sucked. Keep him away from a bottle of alcohol because man is going through it right now. And we're here to support you. We feel for you. We want you to succeed, but dang. You are going through it right now. And like I said, we're here for you, but like it's a little frustrating to watch. I'm not gonna lie, but we still love you. We still love you, Merrill. And then everyone else, Arraez with a pretty A-okay game. Machado with obviously a good game. The home run, the RBI, number 2,000. Gavin Sheets, not a great game. Bogaerts, been better, been worse. Cronenworth, been better, been worse. Brooks, my thing about Brooks right now is like, I'm conflicted, right? Because I feel like he sucks. But I like that he's getting playtime because then we're not going to Campusano him where like we want him to do good, but we're not going to give him the tools to play good. You know what I mean? So like I'm happy that Brooks is getting these regular DH starts. Also, we don't really have anyone that's much better besides maybe Iglesias, but like we saw how he performed today at the DH spot, so it's not like there's much anything better. We'll talk about that in just a second, but yeah, I mean, I'm okay with Trenton Brooks sucking for right now as long as it builds him into being a good hitter. I don't know if it will. I mean, we'll take league minimum at this point because 8 through 9 is not league minimum, and that I guess that transitions to our next point. How bad is the bottom of the lineup? Newsflash, pretty bad. Pretty bad. Padres 8 through 9 hitters today. Runner on first, double play, strikeout looking on a middle pitch, bases loaded, 2 outs, 2-0 pop-up, strikeout swinging, runner on first, single, sack bunt, bases loaded, 1 out, pop-up, strikeout, 10 men plus left on base by the 8-9 guys today. And I just want to say this. I didn't say this yet because I was trying to control my anger. That at-bat by Luis Diaz and Jose Iglesias when the bases were loaded was some of the worst at-bats I've ever seen in my entire life. Jose Iglesias, you've been in this game for way too long. Why are you swinging at a in up pitch? Like, obviously that's going to result in a pop out like 90% of the time. Obviously he had zero control. He just walked like the first, 2 batters or something like that. That's a boneheaded move on Iglesias. I know you're trying to be a hero, but like, come on. And Elias Diaz, genuinely, this might be a super cold or a super hot take, but I would have preferred if he struck out looking than struck out swinging at that point because it was clear he had zero command on his pitches. And yes, he threw one that was basically middle. Fine, watch it. I wanted you to watch it. I would have rather you kept the bat on your shoulder and let things happen. If he strikes you out, fine, right? But I would rather gamble on the fact that he can't pitch at that moment than the fact that I know I can't hit because I'm Elias Diaz. Sorry, Elias Diaz. But it's the reality of things right now. That was so frustrating to watch. And I mean, Brooks did have the bases loaded, but like at least he hit it to the outfield and like relatively deep. So again, we were like 0 for 6 today with runners in scoring position. So that's cool. Love that. Padres 8-hole all hitters all year, 66 weighted runs created plus. An average is 100, so that's below average. 192, 270, 303 slash line. 9-hole hitters, 61 rated runs created. 196, 264, 289 slash line. Some of the worst combined production in the league. When they get upgrades, I will cry tears of joy. But this is basically what our bench is, right? Or our situation for 8 and 9. Maldonado sucks. Diaz sucks. Wade, I love, but not a great hitter. Iglesias, I still like, but not DH. Bryce Johnson, he's good for defense, and that's pretty much it. Maybe speed. Brooks, also McCoy and Lockridge. Where is McCoy? McCoy's still on this team? I feel like I don't even know where McCoy is. Like Rockridge, well, obviously they're in AAA. I forgot all about McCoy. It's just an unserious group. It's why I'm optimistic, because they're all easily upgradable. It is weird Preller has taken so long to make those upgrades. It's not like it requires a lot. I mean, yeah, at this point, honestly, anybody. I know I made a video about Rowdy Tellez and how, like, we probably don't need him on this team. But, like, at this point, like, if you're going to just stand pat, at least try something. But our depth is pretty not great, right? And it's very annoying. So not much else I can really say about that. We just got to make some kind of move or some kind of adjustment. That's all that really can be said. But let's just get into our Friar Fateful Feed fan free action, whatever I call it nowadays. So these aren't really that funny. I just added more stats to throw at you guys, because who doesn't love stats? But the first one, Ryan Cohen. Feels so bad for Jackson. Hates seeing him struggle like this, and you can see him pressing in real time. He's going to be totally fine, but hope for his sake he can snap out of this sooner rather than later. This is the other point I kind of wanted to make, is I feel like the Padres are really stuck in this, like, playing hero ball mentality. Like, Iglesias wants to swing at that pitch because he wants to be the hero. Trenton Brooks obviously wants to be the hero. Jackson Merrill wants to play like 2024 second half clutch Jackson Merrill. I feel like we have so many players on this team that have like the egos of wanting to be a hero, when in reality we don't need heroes. We just need good ball players. We just need people to get hits, put them in the play. I would rather you put a ball on the play like Trenton Brooks did with the bases loaded than strike out or make a boneheaded swing. We don't need hero ball. We need just good ball. Maybe that's a cold take. I don't know. Let me know how you feel about that. But Elias Diaz in 56 plate appearances this season with runners in scoring position. 0 runs created, 100 being an average. 326 OPS, 163 weighted on-base average, and a negative 6.6 weighted runs, I think WRAA. Hold on, I'm going to look it up right now because I'm curious. Okay, sorry. Weighted runs above average, which measures how many runs a hitter contributes compared with an average player. So, a negative number, guess what? Not great. And then finally, the Diamondbacks had 9 hits tonight. 5 of those hits went for extra bases, 3 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run. Padres have 37 hits in 4 games this homestand. 6 of those hits have gone for extra bases, 2 doubles, 1 triple, 3 home runs. So, not as much. Team's inability to slug for practically the whole season with this collection of players is inexcusable. If things were going to turn around, we would have seen some indication of that by now. I agree. Edit, freak it, throw the series and the Phillies in there as well. Over the last 7 games, 8 of the Padres' 55 hits have gone for extra bases. If I were to do a fraction right now, let me tell you, calculator, but I can tell you it's not going to be a great fraction. 55 divided by 8, 6.875, which means 6% of their hits have gone for extra bases. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I properly did the math on that. Whatever. I ain't got a degree in mathematics. I make videos for a living. I don't think I did that right. Whatever. I don't care. Please roast me for that if I'm so wrong. Anyways, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know how you feel about Machado. Are you excited to see his 3,000th hit in, I don't know, like 5 years? How do you feel about our bottom of our lineup? How much do you hate them? Who do you think we should replace with them? And how do you feel about Yu Darvish being back? Are you excited? Are you sad? Let me know how you feel. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Please subscribe as always, and go Padres. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.